Once you have all of the boxes a different color and everything seems to be working right, it's time to set up the camera so that we can export this or turn it into a video file you can turn in. Let's move the playhead back to 0. And let's add a camera by going to Add, Camera. The camera is going to spawn at the origin, which is where this green and red line meet. If I rotate below the world, I can see the camera here. I'm then going to right-click on the camera and Set Active Camera. Now I'm seeing what the camera is seeing. Now if you move your mouse right now, you're going to be able to see the camera, but you're not looking through the camera. When we move, we want to make the camera move with us. So the way that we do that, once you right-click, Set Active Camera again, we're actually going to tap N, or just click on this little arrow here, and we're going to move from Item to View right here. We're then going to come to where it says Lock and click this button, Camera to View. Click it. Now, when I scroll out, the camera, as you can see, is attached to me. If your camera is too small, you can see this frame right here, and if it's too small on the screen, just uncheck this and then zoom in slightly so it looks about how you'd like it, and then lock it again. Let's move to where we want the video to start. When people watch it, maybe we want to start back here, or maybe we want to start in front, or maybe we want to start lower. You'll have to decide where you want your camera to start. I'm going to go ahead and start right here. Now this might look okay, but it's a little boring. I want the camera to actually move during the animation. That means we're going to have to animate the camera. Move your playhead back to 0. Make sure that your camera is selected. To do that, either click on this edge or just make sure that up here camera is selected. Then if this is where you want the video to start, if you want your screen to start right here, you're going to tap the letter I and then choose Location, Rotation, and Scale. You're going to notice that down here, a little golden diamond appeared. This is a keyframe. Our camera is locked to this three-dimensional location on frame 0. Go ahead and play the video until just after the ball falls off. Stop. My video is really only about 118 seconds. Yours might be different, but whatever you kind of feel like is a good place for it to end. I'm going to choose 120 to make it even. Right down here, start with 1. I'm going to end mine at 120 because that is where I want my video to end. You'll now see that this is all dark and I only have to frame 120. To zoom in, I can simply drag the corner of this and move it over. And I want to decide where the last frame of my video is going to be. So if I go to frame 120 now and I rotate my camera, let's go right here. This is where I want it to end. Make sure the camera frame's outline is selected and click I. Click Location, Rotation, and Scale. And now you'll see that the camera actually animates between those two spots. If I play, it's kind of a nice movement. Here's the problem. As it plays, the camera kind of moves over here, and I miss this. That's no fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and come to the middle right here, and I'm going to move the camera again so I can see what's happening. And then I hit I. This is going to create another keyframe, Location, Rotation, and Scale, right here. So now the camera will go from here to here, and then to here. Let's see how that looks. If you want to move a keyframe, you can simply click it and drag it if I wanted maybe this to happen earlier. Seems a little smoother, so I'm going to go with that. If you want to add a little bit of a blur to some of the objects, we're going to click on the camera down here, and I'm going to check depth of field. If I click the down caret, I can then choose what object I want to be in focus. I'm going to click on this eyedropper tool and click on this green box right here. I'm also going to drop my f-stop to as low as I can by clicking and dragging and pulling it down. Now as I play, you'll notice the green box stays in focus while the other ones are out of focus because they're farther away. You're welcome to play with these settings to see what they do. You can even play with the focal length, which is how zoomed in or zoomed out the camera lens is. Once your video is ready, it's time to change the export settings. Click on the printer-looking icon over here. This part is incredibly important, so please follow it carefully. Under Output, it's very important that you change this folder. It's currently exporting to a temp folder, which you will almost never be able to find access to. So click this folder right here. Let's click on Desktop on the left, and then let's add a new folder. Type in Blender Video. Then go ahead and double-click it to open the folder. Now give it a name, Petit's Blender Video, and click Accept. It should have changed this to look like it's on the desktop in a folder called Blender Video, and our file will be called Petit's Blender Video. Yours will be your name, hopefully. Under File Format, let's change it from PNG to FFmpeg. This will make it a video that can play. It's also important that we change the encoding from Matroska to MPEG-4. So your three settings here, your output folder, FFmpeg video, and the encoding should be MPEG-4. Now it's time to render our video. Go up to where it says Render at the very top and click Render Animation. This might take some time, but just let it go. It's on frame 4 now, frame 5. Mine's going to go all the way to frame 120, and then I will have a finished video. Let me speed up time here so you don't have to wait. Once it's made it all the way to the end and it's finished, you can just close this guy right here and save your Blender file. And then if we close this, we can go to the desktop and we can see Blender Video. Here's the video. Hey, it works. And this is the file I would turn in. Good luck.